Hello, everybody. It's Bill's That College Football Guy here with another preview and prediction video. We're talking the Texas State Bobcats from the Sun Belt Conference. All right. Should we get into this? They finished 8-5 in 2024. They beat North Texas in the First Responder Bowl, which was a good season for them last year. Head coach G.J. Kinn begins his third season at the helm as head coach of Texas State. Previous two seasons, his record is 16-10. 8-5 both years. So at least he's consistent. The offensive coordinator role here in the coaching staff, Landon Coppell, was promoted to OC earlier this year. He was previously the assistant quarterbacks coach / director of recruiting. That's a learning curve. The previous OC was Mack Leftwich, last year's team, who is now the OC quarterbacks coach at Texas Tech. Last season, under Leftwich, Texas State was 5th in FBS in total offense, which is the reason why Leftwich got the job. How far will they regress with Coppell at the helm as the offensive coordinator? Because there's going to be a fallback. We know this. Defensively, Dexter McCoy Sr. begins his second season as defensive coordinator. Last year, Texas State was 53rd in FBS in total defense. So we'll see how that goes coming up. So let's get into previewing here. The offense, we have 3 transfer quarterbacks, 3 battling it out for the starting quarterback job. Giovanni McCoy, the redshirt senior transfer from Oregon State, 123 for 202, 1,300 yards, 3 touchdowns, 6 picks. Yikes. You have Nate Yarnell, another redshirt senior, a transfer from Pitt, 98 for 167, 1,056 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 5 INTs. Those 2 are the odds-on to get the job, but you can't hold it back. Holden Germer, the redshirt junior transfer from Auburn, he only threw 2 passes last year, made both, 37 yards, no touchdowns, no INTs, but it's pretty much McCoy and Yarnell. Between one of those 2 is going to be the starting quarterback. Running backs, there's no argument who the starting running back is. Lincoln Perret, at least I hope I say his name is right, the redshirt senior. Last season, 95 carries, 554 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He'll be back at the helm. We got a battle for the backup, who's going to be the second string running back between Torrance Burgess Jr., the redshirt senior from Texas State from last season, who was 60 carries, 367 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Battling him is going to be Greg Burrell, the sophomore transfer from UNLV, who had 65 carries, 366 yards, and 3 touchdowns for the Rebels last year. It's been interesting to see who the battle is. Now, it could be a 3-way battle, but I think Lincoln's got the starting job. That's just me. Now, wide receiver room, a lot of transfers. There's 3 guys who I want to say have a solid shot at getting the job, but I'm not so sure. First off, transfer city here. I mean, you have Tyron Smith, the redshirt senior transfer from Cincinnati. You have Shamar Kirk, the redshirt senior transfer from Miami. And you have Drew Edwards, the redshirt senior transfer from St. Aslan College. None of them have at least 10 catches at the FBS level last season. Now, the 3 that did, Maven Anderson, the redshirt senior transfer from Cal, 14 receptions, 99 yards, no touchdowns. You got Bo Sparks, the junior, 25 receptions, 271 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But they have a shot at it, but one job's going to Kriston Jr., the junior. Kriston Jr., the junior, is going to have one of the wide receiver spots locked up. 37 receptions, 418 yards, and 6 touchdowns. He produced last year. He's going to have one of the starting jobs. Now, tight end, nobody. None of the tight end candidates, 4, battling for the starting tight end job, none of them had 10 catches at FBS last year. 10. I'm not asking for 30. I'm asking for 10. None of them had 10. You've got 3 holdovers, Titus Lyons and Blake Smith, both redshirt seniors. You got Jake Simpson, the redshirt sophomore, and then you got Ty Stamey, the redshirt sophomore transfer from Louisiana, the Raging Cajun. So it's going to be interesting here. Offensive line room, actually looks pretty damn solid. I mean, if I looked at the list here, I'm not going to go through the names, but it looks like 4 seniors and a junior, an experienced group to hold the line. They might be the strongest unit of the offense. Now, defensively, we got a lot of names on this list. It could be in the defensive line rotation. Now, defensive line, for those who were asking, and someone has been in the DMs, defensive line is defensive, to me, is defensive end, defensive tackle, edge rusher. That's nose tackle. Those are the positions for defensive line. We have 2 players holding over from last year's team. Cameron Washington, the redshirt junior, and Nathan Huerta, the redshirt junior. Neither one of them had 10 catches last year. We have 3 FCS transfers in here. Charlie Leota, the redshirt senior transfer from West Texas A&M. We got Jordan Sanders, the redshirt junior transfer from Cal Poly. We've got Devarick Woods, the redshirt junior transfer from Hines Community College. You have 2 FBS transfers here. Michael Mokocha, the redshirt senior transfer from Syracuse. And we got Kennard Snyder, the redshirt senior transfer from Iowa State. They didn't have 10 tackles last season. Only 2 players on the defensive line for Texas State had made plays, made 10 tackles. Only 2. Jonason Landry, the redshirt sophomore, 33 tackles, 4.5 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. Khalil Alexander, the redshirt senior, 40 tackles, 6.5 sacks, and 2 pass deflections. So you got 2 of the 4 lined up, but who else is going to do anything on this defensive unit? That's kind of an issue for me. Linebacker room. One guy looks like he's having the job at one linebacker spots, and a bunch of transfers battling for him. You've got 2 FCS transfers, Division 2-1. Aiden Jones, the redshirt sophomore transfer from Prairie View A&M. Cole Nils, the sophomore transfer from Bryant. And then you've got 2 FBS transfers here. You've got Terrence Cooks, the redshirt senior transfer from TCU. Chance Johnson, the redshirt sophomore transfer from Texas A&M. Neither one of them had 10 tackles last season. The FBS level. The only one who had any tackles was Traylon Payne, the senior. 26 tackles and 2 picks. So front 7, there is a lack of playing time. We're going to see if that battles out here. Now, defensively, I think the secondary is the strongest unit, and it's not even close. Now I'll get to the guys who haven't done anything, who have no measurable stats here. We've got Camden Grogan, the redshirt senior, and Amari Atwood, the redshirt sophomore from last year's squad. Neither one had 10 tackles. We got some FCS transfers here. We've got Jaden Rios, the redshirt senior transfer from East Texas A&M. We got Javis Minot, I'm saying his name right, the transfer from Wofford. We've got Craig Royal, the junior transfer from Butler Community College. We got 1 FBS transfer. That's Kamari Terrell, the redshirt junior transfer from Oregon. Didn't have 10 tackles on here. Now, we have 6 players on here at least 10 tackles and made plays. So, I'm going to run them off for you here. You have Chase Davis, the redshirt sophomore transfer from Utah State. 12 tackles and a forced fumble. You've got Bobby Crosby, the redshirt senior, 18 tackles, a pick, and 5 pass deflections, so he made plays. You've got Malik Willis. Not that Malik Willis, but this Malik Willis, the redshirt sophomore, 21 tackles, 1 pick, and 5 pass deflections. You have Trez Moore, the redshirt senior, 26 tackles, 2 picks, and 4 pass deflections. You have Darius Jackson, the redshirt junior, 29 tackles, 1 pick, and 1 pass deflection. And then you got the super safety Ryan Nolan, the junior, 52 tackles and 1 pass deflection. So you've got guys who can make plays in the secondary. It's just the front 7 is the issue. So we're going to see how that goes. All right. Now I've done enough explaining on the rosters. It's time to get in the schedule preview. They start off the season at home against Eastern Michigan, which is the season opener for both schools. Last meeting was in 2021. Eastern Michigan won 59-21 at Eastern Michigan. Now you're at home. Eastern Michigan has kind of the same transfer issues at quarterback, but they have a lot more players returning who have a lot more experience. having looked at the Eastern Michigan roster. And with all these new players and it being a little bit on here, I think this is with an offensive coordinator who was an assistant quarterbacks coach. I think he's going to have a rough game to start the year. This is it. I'm having you lose to Eastern Michigan. Now, following game on the road at UTSA, right down the damn road, the I-35 rivalry. UTSA, you played Eastern Michigan the week before. UTSA plays at Texas A&M the week before. So they're going to be beat the hell up. The last meeting was last year. Texas State won 49-10 in San Marcos, but this is a different offense. I think this is going to be a close game. But I'm actually going to pick Texas State to beat UTSA on the road. Next week on the road, again, at Arizona State. Arizona State played at Mississippi State the week before, so that's a hell of a meeting. Last meeting was last year when Arizona State won 31-28 in San Marcos. Now you got to go cross country a little bit, heading to Arizona. Actually, not cross country, but a good travel to Arizona, heading to Tucson to pick them up, and Arizona State's going to beat the brakes off you. You're losing that game badly. Then another rivalry game against Nichols, the battle for the paddle. I'm not making it up. It's the battle for the paddle. Nichols is Louisiana school. Nichols last played West Georgia the week before. Last matchup in this rivalry meeting was in 2019. Texas State won 24-3 in San Marcos. It's back in San Marcos, and you're keeping the paddle. You're winning again. All right, then you get a bye week after the battle for the paddle. And you're on the road at Arkansas State. Arkansas State played ULM the week before. You guys had a bye, so you got more time to prepare. Last year's meeting was last year. You won 41-9 in San Marcos. You're on the road. This is going to be a closer game, but you got the bye week. I'm picking you to beat Arkansas State on the road. Now, the following week, you're playing Troy at home. This is homecoming for Texas State. Troy played South Alabama at home the week before. That's actually going to be a close. I think South Alabama's going to be a good matchup for Troy. There'll be a tough game there. Last matchup was last year. Meeting was last year. Texas State won 38-17 at Troy. Again, different offense. This also is going to be a close game. But I'm picking you to win this game, and you're going to beat Troy at home. So now you're 4-2. And now the bottom falls out. On the road, following week in Huntington, West Virginia, at Marshall. This is the first ever meeting, because Marshall joined the Sun Belt last year. This is the first ever meeting between Marshall and Texas State. Marshall plays Old Dominion at home the week before. They're still at home, and this is their homecoming. And they're beating you. Texas to West Virginia, not a short trip. They're going to beat you. Then you get the bye week. Come out of the bye at home against James Madison on a Tuesday. Hold on, get my notes back up here. James Madison, both of you had a bye the week before, so there's no excuses on that. Last meeting was in 2022, and JMU won 40-13 in Harrisonburg. Well, now you play them at home. That meeting in 2022 was the only meeting you two schools have ever had. Now, I'm not going to get in on the roster there. This is going to be a close game, and I looked at all the things involved here, and I looked at everything else, and I figured this is dead close. This is a coin flip. I thought. And then I looked at a couple of the rosters and a couple of things I'm worried about, and I got to take James Madison to beat you at home. Now you're on the road at Louisiana the following week. Louisiana plays South Alabama the week before. Another on there. This last meeting was last year. Louisiana won 23-17 in San Marcos. In fact, Louisiana has never lost a game to Texas State. They're 12-0 all time in this series, which kind of surprised me about this. Well, guess what? They're going 13-0. I'm picking them to beat at home. The Raging Cajuns beat Texas State. Then you're on the road in Hattiesburg at Southern Miss the following week. Southern Miss played at Arkansas State the week before. That's going to be a tough game. Tough for both of them. The meeting was last year. Texas State won 58-3 in San Marcos. Southern Miss remembers that. This is the Marshall staff. and their players coming back over, they're going to remember this. And it's going to be kind of hyped onto them to carry on to this. And you're going to lose to Southern Miss on the road in Hattiesburg. So now you come out of that. You were 4-2, and now you're 4-6, and in danger of not making a bowl game. But what's the recipe to get yourself right? You're playing Louisiana Monroe at home the next week. Oh my goodness! Did they just fix all your woes? I'm sorry, ULM fans, but y'all are terrible. ULM played South Alabama at home the week before. South Alabama's getting around. Last meeting was last year. Texas State won 38-17 in Monroe, Louisiana. Now you're going to be playing them at home. The coaching staff's going to figure out what's going on with all the problems you've had. You're going to figure it out, and you're going to beat ULM. Now you're 5-6. And now your final game of the year is at home against South Alabama, the school you've been hearing about playing every year. This is going to be a dogfight. Texas State has to win this game to be bowl eligible. South Alabama played a tough game against Southern Miss the week before. This is the meeting last year. Texas State won 45-38 in Mobile. This is going to be another dogfight. This would surprise me if this went 1 or 2 overtimes. But I got Texas State getting it done and winning this game. So Texas State out of the Sun Belt finishes 6-6, 4-4 in conference. A step back from last year, but schedule kind of worked against you in certain spots. There's a couple of games is there a game that I feel that you've won that you could lose? You could lose the UTSA game. You also could win the game against James Madison. It's a possibility. For the travel purposes from JMU having to travel all the way to San Marcos. But I'm confident. I believe in 6-6 and a 4-4 schedule. But you've heard me yapping long enough. Why don't you let me know what you think about all of this down in the comments. So again, thanks everybody for watching this preview and prediction video. If you haven't done it already, do me the favor. Smash the like button. Hit that thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. Helps the video be seen by more people. Lets YouTube know to promote it. Comment on the video. I'm going to go through the schedule one more time without all the extra stuff. You tell me what you think they're going to be in the comments. Here's the schedule. Home against Eastern Michigan, at UTSA, at Arizona State, home against Nichols. They get their first bye. At Arkansas State, home against Troy, at Marshall. They get their second bye, and they got 5 straight games. Home against James Madison on a Tuesday. By the way, any game I don't mention today, it's on a Saturday. At Louisiana, at Southern Miss, finish off at home last 2 games, home against ULM, Louisiana Monroe, and home against South Alabama. Let me know what you think about that schedule down in the comments. Still haven't beaten this crud. Down in the comments, you can tell me. Stop that from sounding. If you want to share the video, please do. If you haven't done it already, check out some of the other videos I've done. I do more than just schedule predictions. That's just the time of year where all of them are happening, I should say. And if you like the channel, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. We're on our way to 1K, trying to make some magic happen. If you want to follow me on the craziness that is X, the link is in the description. More preview and prediction videos are en route. The only thing I think that might pause things is when either I get a bad day and get sicker, or I might push the video back a day if we finally, as I said this on X, I think the poaching fee lawsuit was going to continue between the Mountain West and the Pac-12, but I think the exit fees is going to get settled by Thursday of this week. That gives the departing 5 Mountain West schools a business day, Friday, the last business day before the June 1st deadline, to file their paperwork that they're leaving the conference and pay their $5K deposit so it posts in time. I'm expecting that to happen on Friday. So like I said, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope everybody's having a great day. I gotta get this stuff out of my system. Have a great day, and please be good to each other.